Hello, I'm Yarlik, and today I'd like to record another behind-the-scenes video. And today we're working on the Hornet 2 fight. So I've already set things up so that we are on the first frame of control after all the talking and animation. And so we're going to start by just dashing in. Hornet has 700 HP, and our loadout here is basically ddark. And then we also have Dream Wielder. We don't have Shamans, however, which means things are going to take a little bit longer. But we should be able to get things pretty efficient, and hopefully we can use Dream Wielder to steal Soul when she's unattackable. And then kind of efficiently do things here. So we want a first frame of control. So we get it here. Looks like we can get a nail hit in. So let's just do an upswing here. Right. We can't hit her right away because she's blocking initially. So let's start with a Dream Nail instead. That's up to 132 about. Okay, so we'll do a Dream Nail while she's doing her opening animation. And now we got full soul. So we're in a good position to be able to start doing some attacks here. So we just need to set a save state and then wait until we get control back. And then what I'm going to try to do probably is maybe jump and dash and then dive from above. As soon as we get control back. Ideally, we want to hit with the left side of ddark because that does more damage. Okay, so we can start jumping here. So let's jump forward, and then once we're above her... Oh, actually, she's going to come to us. So we don't need to go over. Let's see. We might be able to get a nail hit on the way up. Although we don't need the soul anyways yet. So let's just... As soon as we're clear, let's start a dive here. We probably need to go left, actually, because we're going to be... Yeah, she's going to go underneath us. So we actually want to be going the other way, and we're probably actually going to want to dash. Because her move here goes pretty far. Yeah, so what we're going to want to do is get up a little bit, and then dash over, and then cast on the first frame. Let's see if this works. We might be a little too low. Yeah, I think she's going to hit us. No, she doesn't quite hit us. Although we've gone further over than we want to. So let's jump a little bit higher, but we'll start by going right, and then dash to the left. And let's go a little bit higher still. Okay, so we should be able to cast soon. Okay, we should be able to cast on this frame. Okay, good. We're able to get a dash in, or dive in rather. Okay, unfortunately, we're not getting the tick on the down part of the dive. Let's go over a little bit further first, before we start the dive. Yeah, this should hopefully hit her. Oh, no, she turns out of the way. Right as she's about to go. Let's try slightly earlier to see if we can get it before she turns. This might be a little bit too far right. Yeah, it's a little bit too far right. However, we can also adjust our initial movement before the dash. In which case we might be able to even start the dive a little bit earlier. We really want to start the dive as soon as we can. Yeah, so let's start the dive here again. And then we'll just adjust on the initial part of the motion where we were going to the right. Okay, this is looking promising. Oh, not quite. We're a little bit too far over. So if we just adjust this just slightly, I think we'll be in good shape. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now we got the hit. And then we should get both shockwaves as well. It looks like the last one didn't hit her for some reason. Oh, she probably got... Did she get staggered? Oh no, she blocked. That's interesting. I don't like the fact that she blocked that last tick of damage there. I wonder if there's anything we can do to fix that. What if... over here... let's see... Can we actually get a nail hit in while we're jumping? Yeah, we get one nail hit in. And that's going to change the RNG, which hopefully will also change the blocking. Although it also changes her motion a little bit because we're slashing to the right. But what if we actually do it as a pogo? We can't pogo because we're not quite in the air yet. And if we do it here, I don't think we'll be able to dash yet. But let's give it a try. Okay, that doesn't even hit her, so that's no good. So let's do this, and let's do the thing where we go further over because the dash is knocking her, or the slash is knocking her back a bit. So we'll do it like this. That hits her, and it slows her down a bit. We dash over. And then over here, do the down. So what if we actually don't do the dash? What if instead of dashing, we just go directly over? So it looks like in this case we're actually not hitting her. That's interesting. Oh, but we have to make sure that we're jumping the entire time. And we might need to swing just slightly later. No, we need to not be moving right, otherwise it'll change our facing direction. Let's do it like this. Interesting, I wonder why we're not hitting her, but we did when we did the dash. Okay. Let's actually go forward a little bit here. Yeah, I think we need to go forward a little bit in order to be able to even hit her with the slash here. Okay, there we go. So now we're getting the knockback from the nail, and it's also knocked her back a little bit. And so that means we should be able to initiate the cast actually even a little bit sooner than we could before. So if we do it like right here, because we're no longer having to wait for the dash to finish, this actually should... I need to be a little bit further. I either need to be further over or I need to start casting sooner to hit her before she stands up. So let's try doing a little bit sooner. Okay, there we go. So we got a hit in just in time, and then we get the first shockwave, and then the second shockwave. Yep, second shockwave also hits. She does dash back out of the way, but I think that's reasonable. We'll be able to catch up to her. Not ideal, since it means we're going to have to spend a turn or two dashing, but this is pretty good. We might be able to manipulate that out. Maybe not, though. We could actually dive a little bit sooner, even, and not be so far up. Let's try that. Let's try diving, like, right here. And just see what happens. Okay, that's a little bit... not quite far enough over. Okay, so that just barely hits. And then we get that. And then... okay, this time she's not dashing back. No, she is still dashing back. That's okay. Let's live with that. And then we just need to wait until we get control again. Okay. So at this point, do a dash, because we need to get closer. And then hopefully she's going to like jump over towards us, and we'll be able to work with that. See what happens. Let's see what she's doing. Okay, she's jumping. So we're going to want to start jumping as well. And plan to intercept her in the air. So as soon as we can jump, we'll start jumping up. And then let's see what we can do here. So we can knock her left, maybe? Maybe like right here? Yep. And then she's probably going to go a little ways over and then start falling. So what we want to do is we want to arrange our dive so that we're underneath her as she's coming down. And then our dive... oh, wait a second. Is she doing the... she's doing the mid-air globes thing, which I don't really like. So maybe we can go a little bit further over and pogo her instead. Because if we pogo her, that'll knock her down, which I think will prevent the globe attack thing. Okay, couldn't quite pogo her. Let's try a little bit further over. Yeah, that's not really any good. So we could hit her upward and then dive if she's going down. So let's see what she does. We want to kind of track underneath her. And then, yeah, we want to be able to start diving as soon as we hit her. We could probably up slash a little bit earlier. Okay, need to be a little bit further over. Okay, and then right around here, we should be able to start diving, and then hopefully, we need to do it a little sooner, because she's going to hit us otherwise. Let's see if we do it here. This dive is probably going to hit on the right side of her. Yeah, that's a problem. We want to be further to the left. If we dash, it's going to be too late. So let's try this again. And we want to start going left immediately. So let's slash her on this frame. Let's see if she does the midair thing. Yeah, she does. So let's just try slashing on a different frame, because the frame that we hit her on will change the RNG. And so we can basically manipulate the frame until we get her to behave in the way that we want. It seems like she's pretty consistently going into this hover attack when we hit her to the left. So we could change the frame that we start jumping. Let's try that. If that changes the RNG enough. We also could try jumping a little bit higher and try getting another nail hit in and see if that interrupts her attempt here. Go to like 75. Let's see what happens when we do that. So one option is we could do a wraiths here, and it might stagger her out of this attack. Because I really don't want her to do the globes thing, although she might not be. She might be getting ready for a dive. She is getting ready for a dive. So actually, if that's the case, we might be better off heading up here and then going to the right. And then setting up a dive like around here to be ready to intercept her when she starts heading underneath us. It's like this. There we go. And this actually staggered her, which is interesting. Hopefully the shockwave will still hit through the stagger. She might get knocked up. No, there she goes. Okay, it does mean that the third shockwave doesn't hit though, which isn't great. So maybe we can actually do the dive a little bit further left and see if we can get that third shockwave to hit as well. This might be diving a little too soon. Oh, that's definitely too soon because we can't actually... let's get rid of the other nail slash. And just dive here. Okay. The timing isn't great because it means that we actually go underneath her. So let's actually do it slightly sooner. And see if we can hit her with it. So we actually need to be a little bit higher up. Let's see what our height is here. We might not have any more room to jump in here. Yeah, we're already starting to fall by this point anyways. But actually, if we put the dash all the way here, this might work. Because then she should be running like directly into us as the dive starts. That's actually a little bit... Oh, these are actually too soon is the problem. Let's try here. A little bit too late. Fine-tuning this positioning is always tricky. We might still be able to get another nail hit in now. Let's see if we can move this one slightly sooner, because if we move that one slightly sooner, then we could get another hit in. Do it at like 73. And I think we can still cast on 82 then. Nope. Oh, I don't think that this one's actually hitting even, that's the issue. Yeah, that's too late. We should be able to do something like this, maybe. Because then we hit her one more time. It knocks her a little bit over. And then, can we cast in this frame? No, we can't quite cast in this frame. Looks like we have the Dream Nail text stuck on the screen. Hopefully that's not a major glitch. I have to look into that. Interesting, that didn't actually hit her. Wonder what's... Let's move it one frame later. Getting the timing right on these things is always tricky. Okay, so we're diving. There we go. So we hit her and we stagger. And then the shockwave will hit here. Okay, good. The shockwave did hit her. Just barely. And then the second shockwave does not. So let's see if we can go a little bit further left and still do this. Because it'd be great if we could get both shockwaves. Oh, but that time the first shockwave didn't hit. Because it's a little bit too high. Interesting. What else can we do here that would help? If we're not jumping quite as high, that will change the timing on when we hit the ground. We actually want to hit the ground reasonably late so that both shockwaves hit. And that way she should already be falling more, and it means that she won't be knocked quite as high as well if we hit her later. So let's see how this does. Okay. Okay, so that hits her. And then the second shockwave. Okay, she's still just barely out of range of the second shockwave. So is there any... We're basically moving left the entire time here. So we're already moving as left as we can. So the only option would be to try to start the dive even later. Let's give it a try. I think this is going to be too far over and it's going to miss her. But it's worth a try. Yeah, the problem is then she hits us. Let's try in the middle. It's probably still not going to be quite right. Yeah. It needs to be late enough. We're knocking her as far left as we can. Which actually, too far left. No, that's not going to work. This should... So we're getting at least 2 of the shockwaves, which isn't awful. Maybe we'll just accept that. Not perfect, but it's also not terrible. I don't think we're going to be able to get much better. We just started a little bit too far to the right. Okay, so we're going to want to chain into another ddark here, I believe. So just jump over. Basically as close as we can get so that we get the first hit, and then immediately start diving. Okay, so that hits, and then that hits, and then the shockwave should definitely hit. Oh, unless she gets out of it. Nope, we got her. Okay. She is jumping to the right, which isn't great. We're going to have to chase her again. But It's manageable. Ooh, we knocked her way far to the right. It's not great. Maybe we can manipulate this bit. So we could try to get a hit in here on the way in. Let's see if we can do like a pogo. Do like a pogo here, maybe. Because an extra nail hit will change RNG. She's probably going to jump no matter what, because she doesn't like being stuck in the corner. But yeah, the problem there is the nail hit knocks her out of the dagger. Let's do something like this. No, we need to go far enough over that we're getting the initial hit as well. Okay, let's get back to here. This at least gets all the ticks, even if the position is not ideal after. A little bit further. Okay. Put that tick, and then final tick hits her right as she's about to leave, and then flings her across the room. Okay. Set a save state. And now we need to make our way back over to that side of the room. Which is unfortunate, but with these mobile bosses, sometimes you just have to settle for what you can. I know some folks like to hyper manipulate things to get everything just perfect, but it takes a long time, and I don't want to spend that much time on it. Okay, so let's dash over again. It's 2 dashes worth, and of course she backs up. Let's try jumping before this dash to see if that keeps her from backing up at least. No, she still backs up. Let's do a nail swing as well before we jump to change RNG. Nope, still backing up. Okay, jump a little bit sooner. Okay, let's do a downward swing as part of the jump to get some sparks, because that'll change RNG. Still dashing backwards. That's just what she wants to do. So I guess that's just her plan. So let's just roll with that. We're gonna have to wait for it to fall back down. Might have been better to get rid of the jump in this case, but let's see what she's doing. So she would start jumping here. Okay. Okay, so she's going to be doing this. So let's go ahead and get a nail hit in as long as we're here. Do it like this, and then we can do a immediate cast as soon as we're over her. A little bit later. Okay. Get up above. Stop going to the right so we don't run into her. And go to the right a little bit, and then we'll do a dive as soon as we're positioned above her. And conveniently, her hitbox is tilted downward, while she does this, which means that our left shockwave will hit, which does an extra 5 damage. Okay, so first hit, second hit, third hit. Okay, so we should be able to immediately de-dark again. Let's do a nail cancel so we can take advantage of the hit here. So that'll be a slash jump. We want to jump a bit. While we're doing this, we want to move to the right to cancel the knockback a little bit. And then, as soon as we can cast, we'll cast. So we can cast on this frame. And then we're still positioned over her. So we hit. Let me make sure that hit actually hit. 435. Okay, it did hit. So she has 430 health. This hits. It's 415. 480. Good. We hit her with the left side lobe. And then final hit. Final hit, she parries, which is annoying. I don't like that. So let's try to manipulate RNG here. So we did a left or a right side slash. So what we could do instead is we could do a up slash into a delayed jump. That'll be different RNG. And then we don't want to be moving right. Okay, we don't want to pre-jump in this case because the pre-jump is causing us to not hit with the first strike due to the up slash previously. So we'll just do a full wind up. And then that hits. And then hopefully she doesn't block here. She does not. Okay, perfect. And it staggers her. So she shouldn't go quite as far away as she has been. And that'll actually put us in a good position to do a Dream Nail probably here as well. It still knocks her pretty far away. But I think one dash should put us in Dream Nail range, hopefully. Let's just wait till we get control. Okay, here we go. So dash over. Okay, yeah. Dream Nail range is extremely long, so as soon as we get control, we should be able to Dream Nail. So right around here. And then 07. Dream Nail's a bit slow, but it does gather a lot of soul very quickly. And we want as much soul as we can because obviously casting is way more efficient than nail hit. Okay. And then we should be able to dash again very soon here. Yep. So we catch back up. And then we'll jump as soon as we can, get above her, and then do a ddark onto her. Start jumping here. And then right around here, probably, we can do the dive. Okay, first hit, second hit, and then hopefully this one hits. Yep. Okay, there we go. Okay. And then this frame, you can start dashing back over. Forgot to set a save state. Okay. Set that save state. And then start dashing to the right. And then let's just keep going flat on the ground here for now. So she's walking backwards. I think she does that before she does her charge. Let's see what happens here. And now she's gonna do a jump. That's not great. So instead of walking, let's jump as well while we're finishing the dash. So we finish the dash there. So we can start jumping. And let's see what she does. So in this case, she's doing something different. Now let's see. Is she gonna do a nail throw? Looks like a nail throw. I like nail throw. So if that's the case, let's dash over and be above her. So we can dash on 60. And then as soon as the dash is done, we'll dive. Yep. So right here. Okay, first hit, second hit. Third hit. Okay. It's pretty good. So now, once we get control, we'll do the same thing we did before, where we'll do a nail cancel directly into another dive. So, get control of this frame. Let's walk backwards a little bit, because we're a little bit further over than we'd prefer to be. And then we also want to be jumping during this time, because we want to jump up to the dive location. I think it's on this frame. Yeah, on this frame we should be able to cast. So let's try this. So we get hit a little bit further over than I prefer, actually. So let's go not quite so far over, because we want the left globe to hit. So first hit, second hit, and then this should be the final hit. This might stagger as well. Let's see. No, she does a block again. So as before, we don't really want her to block. So instead of doing a block, let's do an up slash, and then do a neutral dive. That gets first hit, second hit, and then third hit. Good, yeah, she's backing away, so she didn't block that time. Okay, and we are out of soul now. So we're gonna want to, we might be able to get another dive in if we just get another nail hit. But let's see what we can do here. As before, we need to catch up to her. So we're gonna start dashing over. And then we're probably going to want to jump as soon as we can. Looks like she might be going to do her little charge thing. Let's see. Let's try jumping here, because it looks like she's already got an attack prepped. Let's try jumping in place, because I think this is the charge. Let's see. Is it? Maybe not. It is the charge, but I need to go a little bit further forward because I need a nail hit before I can dive anyways. So let's go even further forward. I want to see if we can get a nail hit off on the way in. Okay, so we do. And then I think we can queue up a dive. Actually, let's start a dive here, because this is going to lift us in the air. And then hopefully... Is that right? Is she at 145 there? 165. Okay, this is actually good. We're going to hit her with the right globe, which isn't perfect, but we are actually hitting her with the first tick of the dive. And it looks like it's actually staggering her as well. So hopefully both of the shockwaves still hit. First shockwave. Okay, the problem is the second shockwave is not going to hit then. So we actually want to start our dive further to the right. Let's see how far we can get away with. Because the problem is we need to be moving a little bit left to actually hit her with the nail. So we need to go like that at least. Okay, a little bit further over. And I think we're going to want to dive later. Like maybe over here? Which means we're going to need to explicitly start jumping, because we're not going to have the dive lifting us up to clear her. The problem there is that because we didn't interrupt her, she ends up actually going much further over. Now, one option is we could actually go up and then do a dash, and then do a dive after a dash. So let's try that. Here we go. Okay. Need to hit her first. Need to get, there we go. So we need to get high enough that we can clear. Then we can dash over. And then we'll do our dive directly after the dash. And this way she's going to be closer to the wall, so that if we knock her over, it shouldn't matter. Okay, so we can start casting here. Let's see where this position ends up being. Because we might actually want to hit with the right shockwave, just because that way she'll stay against the wall and we won't have to catch up to her. It might be more efficient. But let's see. Okay, yeah, it looks like we will hit her with the right shockwave. Let's see. So we get first hit, and then we should get both hits easily here because we're very close to the wall. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so right now, she might not still be staggered because the shockwave might have woken her back up. We'll see. If she is still staggered, we can do a dream nail and then finish off with 2 more dives. If she's not still staggered, then we're going to have to get a little more creative. So let's try dream nailing and let's see what happens. Okay, 132. Okay, she's not actually staggered. So that's not going to work. What we're going to want to do then is get a nail hit in, and start jumping. So this is going to knock her to the right, which is going to limit how far up she can go. And then we're going to want to get another nail hit in before we dive, because we need a little bit more soul to be able to dive. And so that's going to be at 74, looks like. Let's see if we can get it up slap here. It looks like we want to be a little bit to the right when we do this. Okay. And while we're doing this, I think we want to be moving to the right. We won't be able to keep jumping. That's okay. And then we could do a dash here. And then do a dive after the dash, potentially. Let's do that. Let's dash into a dive, which means we don't need to be going to the left. Instead, we can just wait until we get our dash control. And then we can actually dash from high up. And hopefully we'll be positioned well, so that after she lands, we'll be in the right position to dive. Alright, so let's try casting here. She might move on us, so we might have to adjust this. Depends on what move she does. Okay, she stood still long enough for us to hit her. But we're only going to get one shockwave, probably. Yeah, because she darts to the right. Which isn't great. So we can not jump quite as high. Because I think our up slash is still going to hit here pretty well. Yeah. Because then we don't need to be as high up when we do the dash. And that might put us in a better position. So we actually don't need to be that far to the right either. Let's see how close we are here on this up slash. Okay, we do need to be a little bit to the right. But we don't need to be that high. Okay, that's interesting. So she ends up walking away. We do it like that. So we need to hit her a little bit higher so that she doesn't start walking away right away. Okay. Yeah, we might just settle for 2 hits here because we're going to need to do another dive anyways. And the fact that the second tick doesn't hit her doesn't really matter because it's only going to take one more dive to finish her off anyways. Okay. So hopefully we can actually just dash over, do a dream nail, and then immediately dive and finish her off. So we can dash here. And then as soon as the dash is done, we can start a dream nail. Yep, so right here. 78. Okay, there we go. And then we should be able to just, let's see, 2 ticks. Actually, we might be able to just dive right here because we don't need the first tick. So if we just do this, that might be enough. Yep. Okay, and that's that. So I won't make you watch the setting up of the final conversation and everything and then going for King's Brand. But that is the Hornet 2 fight. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and got a chance to see kind of what it's like to set up these types of combats. And that's it. Thanks for watching.